All right. All right. Yeah, move via Kwaba. I'm from Brazil OBED network, so Obi man so and you will see and he is streaming kakra. Na I heard the Yankopon a bit me. I am my in now. It hasn't been easy, but to God be the glory. Great things He has done, and great things He will do. As usual, we believe in God that with Him all things are possible. Until Him say Yankopon Eddie Ebaba could do a year bush assassin so. Na BBA to me akoye but oba na with the Chini Jonas so OBED aka Chini Jonas na obese wa share nsempa no so na obese osu nua eso atimi ahwebi na onua so atimi ahu eye de eye na aboa ma bibia akoye well Alexua and you curriculum one T Yabu Bima so far away in Turkey at this point. Don't say the trip is going to be a long trip. It's not going to be an easy one. I'm into a drink here. I cry. We say Ade Kofi Frank. Good morning, Sir Robert. Kotoko will qualify. And 1 year share him say Asante Kotoko beat me. I qualify na I kama ewo ho enye izo minia obi ase say debi na me kama sep minia ma beje drink na marry me chicken kakra na ebo na ya bom wa ha ne de me sisako Ghana cedis ni yema sheme after converting it to Ghana cedis no blog we need na menum ni na wallahi menum bibia ansa no free her. So we're going to talk about Kotoko, though you're free Ghana no. Let me see if I can put some of the pictures of Kotoko. Currently Kotoko is in a flight to Ghana. From the flight to Ghana. I'm going to put it on the screen, don't worry. Ya boy hopa baby you be a boy who said ya di juma pa ne besom. So this is the Asante Kotoko team. If you are watching me, yes, this is the Kotoko team one. One more free Ghana. What I said. One more free Ghana. Na one more besia ko Morocco. Say you are enjoying yourself. Chama a car bano. Obesi a car bano. Enye kaketwa. A car bano. Hey. What's the says Chairman, a kappa. So this is the Kotoko team when they were leaving Ghana. I can't say Jumano. Ajia tum si ebe ne de, ye be ye Jumano Pama. I'm a BBA Tinyako ye. So but don't forget to drop your comments. Say so, but I turn streamer. I'm going to do a lot of streaming about this particular journey. Please, where is cameraman going? Kamara. Omu Kamara no visa. So where is Kamara going? On the Kamara said them penny for trying ticket I be other though. The ticket in the vessel in there has been acquired. So I think penny for Philly said there's no need to cancel it. Na who be here say omobe manako. Na BBA to me akoyi. So I guess that is why Kamara is also part of the team that Ekwaku Pimu. Into the Oba, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So, Ejumana Haya and Yebebo free. Yebebo Ejumana de free has it. Na Abwa me BBA Tinyako ye share. Obviously, share some pano. So, this was when Kotokonomo ye check him. That was the Accra Sports Stadium. So, but I'm seeing Kamara in there, yes. And this is when Kotokonomo ye check him. All the way from Kotoka. Good, thank you very much. So OBED and his team here, that's it. Tuba no share. Has a network in Mbona Nikatra. So this is it. This is the Kotoko team. Let me come back. You better play a new game. Don't worry. I mean, some play game. Na Montimin share Kotoko team no. Ebrana omo eba no. What I say? Ebrana Santi Kotoko team no. Womo ebesin edi akọ. This is it. Why are they not wearing jackets? Because we are in winter now. Also, I think the Justice jacket in a show, no. Justice jacket in a show, and also some share jacket now. And so, but may God bless you and keep on doing the good job. So yes, this is it. In the Morocco. We are now. We also got on the street flight. My country, that I said, as I took at the street flight and Echo Morocco. By idea, ni capre. In Tieno, you're hooking it up a year techie and ye kaba. The car fire, any I about techia. You heard himself to continue so long. Let me give you the stories. And Rami, a story be on inside Kotoko, and it looks like it raised a lot of controversy. As a man for be there were a lot of controversy surrounding story. I mean, here were inside Kotoko, where people were saying, it looks like the key news about Santa Kotoko and Babonting. I say at this time, Kamara need the support of the entire team, and it's needful for him to go with the team. Yes, as my car said, ticket in Nevesano. When you fly out to order that. And don't forget that Santa Kotoko advanced team is already in Morocco. Yes, advanced team, they are already in Morocco. We say it does not make sense to add a player with red card. If it's already paid, what about hotel and food? It's causing financial loss to Kotoko. So this is what you guys should know about hotel and food. I'm not sure say hotel, no hotel and players no more that two in a room near there. Another two in a room, any that kind of thing. So it's not really an issue. Say ababe fast and fufuro biaba. Na ababe ye ibia. I don't see any problem with players need that hotel rooms, 2 in a room, 3 in a room. Everything is already taken care. 2 in a room, or more than 2 in a room. So I think I understand the decision of Asante Kotoko management to go along with Kamara, because by going with Kamara, what it means is that you're neglecting. I mean, I get the commenter. I think one of the buy, Joe Matt, one of the comments in the buy said, this is the time that Kamara really need the support of Asante Kotoko, a team. So I guess it makes sense that Omoma Kamara saw it me I join the team no on your Marco. I mean, to also support the team from the stands, that makes it better. And he the 4-3-2 push formation. Eko Morocco 4-3-2 push formation. And all that we can say is that we're going to try our best. I know the team will try our best. A lot of incommodity also dressing room. Please, we say, I think saying that makes sense too much. Please, let's be patient. Okay, Ade Kofi Frank. Sabri war Turkey a 950. Meaning Ghana time is 6:50. Means mumbe bro ha fe na masoria. Mo ko adwuma, mo kokko mo adwuma so a na ya hese ne nioma ebeko. Enti yes. I'm very grateful for Muhammad Timia joining a live. I'm very, very grateful because I know Biana and Opa will be sorry no about better. Into Jumani, getting you the best of stories. You better sponsors I say DK or say Mutu. Opinion one can sure said this trip would have been possible. We are pampering Kamara too much. And also A. Steven Goodman Darko. And also the Abano, and also did say there be as a Kamara no as a Geneswama Abroso. Said don't try to convert the money to series. I mean I'm a convert 21 euros. And I'm a convert here, but you know, me de buy my house, my book up, a drink with no mammy chicken, you know, and no mammy a year, back when I can say, mammy when you come, mammy chips, airport too. I got a guy, young man, when you got a crowd, or the common. But I'm going to be here for some time. I'm going to be here for 7 hours. And tonight I'll come kakra Adam. And it's a me be now who a casu suru nyamini ebuafo. Oh, that's just by the way. I say okay. It's a habit of Abba Fresh. Mini ames enchemes ha ko mikrumu. Enchemes ha ko Ghana then no powika. Mabuko kubi kura heavy. Me de tamu chuku. So yes, we say. It is 2:50 here in Canada. Wow, that's the time. There's a Canada now. How much more Canada for no? I think I'll host OBED here during the World Cup. Minya, you fast and I'm many bit me about. So, baby, a team in the Dano. Me check here and I say, I am Sinai idea. Oh, that's on this phone. Okay, phone where they are. The WhatsApp I made in Casablanca is on this phone and then I'm this stream, you know. So I can't go back to it and read the hotel. But let me see if I can show you images of from this phone, images of a hotel at Santa Koda. There be a so we're sharing too much information. So what I can say is that it's a standard hotel and it's a very nice hotel in Santa Koda. Mimpesi say na say 1 2 years so better share information, so I'm got for now could do then your more pictures or more videos, normally bad yeah. Then we can go ahead and start talking about the hotel because it looks like I have to be careful with the kind of things I post these days. Senior. Because I remember as a team, that was OBED Network, we decided not to talk about any code training. Details of code training ahead of game against WAC and Obia or follow channel that is exactly what here. At no point in a ball protocol, one more a year or more 20-man squad. At no point in a ball Santa protocol, a year or more possible 11 even for the game against WAC. But say people were still blaming some of us. Said we are the reason behind Kotoko inability to beat WAC because we were just bringing the formations out, sir. So now we keep it to ourselves. But for the bar mountain, then we say it after the game. Whatever we have to say, we will continue to say it. By 12 o'clock Ghana time, na Asante Kotoko team no edu Morocco. 12 o'clock Ghana time, na Asante Kotoko team no edu Morocco. At this time, I'm gonna say Asante Kotoko is in the air, going straight to Casablanca. Asante Kotoko omunfa Turkey, omunfa Doha, omunfa Casablanca straight. By 12 o'clock no more. Now, based on the information that I have, the distance between Kotoko Hotel and the airport is around 50 minutes. So that is without a motorcade. There's a Uber. Any police protection be anymore. You bet me used to be 50 minutes from the airport to Asante Kotoko Hotel. But don't forget that WAC is going to provide Kotoko with a police escort. And that will make it shorter. To Kudra, they're expected to drive for almost 25 minutes to their hotel and not air there. Whereas there is somebody already there. And I'm a catcher myself, Asante Koroko. Asenso planning position here then. I hope I can get Asenso position right. Asenso is already in Morocco. Our papa work our hotel at the Asante Koroko hotel Kobeda. Into my arrangement in Asenso. Ebeka WAC contingent na omba be share Kotoko airport no se no be facilitate ama enioma contem e ama Asante Kotoko into we nya de Kotoko be bo many be high too baby Kotoko be training it has already been facilitated. You catch them say WAC ba Ghana no e Asante Kotoko and a pair Legon e de momo and based on omobe drew ye no Asenso ba no baby Kotoko be train before game na Nkasare is Mohammed the 5th no Omekwaku train no my arrangement they are to I no Kotoko training. So these are some of the measures. The management is not giving up. Because you said the management is giving up, that is a lie. They are not giving up. They are doing everything possible to make sure they will do their best within their power to make sure if Asante Kotoko betimi enya win our game and ball against WAC of Morocco. Indeed, we are preparing, and very soon maybe a major so that I can go, and was my flight around 12 o'clock Turkey time, which is 9 o'clock Ghana time. In the NHS, I'm check in. So there is a straight flight from Accra to Casablanca. So why did Haas do a lot of transit in 2021? I think this is why they lost 6-1. That's Kwekwajiman. Yes, Air Maroc straight flight. But minimum said, even 2021 there was working there. I don't know. Minimum. I'm sure Roots now has used you, and then I mean use you this time. From Ghana to Istanbul, then you spend about 6 hours. Another flight, so 12 hours. But instead of waiting for 12 hours, you pay extra and you wait for 6 hours. You can even pay extra and wait for 4 hours. 4 hours. So me for 6 hours there. So I've been here for almost 4 hours, and I'm a baby there. I decided to do some live kakra before I head to Morocco. Morocco. So, but if it's not Kamara, we'll be down by 2 goals. Just that his attitude towards the center man caused us. Where David a year in two, and also didn't. So according to David in two, Kamara saved Kotoko because when he picked the red card and that is what helped Kotoko. And yes, Piamba Ebianka come on be different Asante Kotoko side, and Ebianka will be seeing a different results. So yes, it's the conversation about why did Kamara go, and I make say initially we thought Kotoko Bejan or a trade, but the visa, the ticket, also my arrangement to order that. Then I'm paying for you in area. So why waste it? I could say it's smart again. A bra Kotoko US and I smart enya visa. And enya Santikoro for the betra ticket ama is smart organizers in the betra. Then the Kotoko leadership decided say Sadia Omoma is smart. Enko I also know one repay as Santikoro with a gym park or company for Nyaya. Or no decided so be done. And the conference answer me at the buy. So that is it. So if it's live update, news from camp, if it's live updates, news from camp, if it's match day commentary, trust us that we are going to do it. If it's live streaming, we're going to get everything wherever that we are permitted to stream. Maybe streaming, and then we say, you know, you could do even now, but trainer 2 hours streaming. We'll try and speak to Asante Kotoko company for some to Janana Penkra is part of the contingent to Morocco. Lawyer Safuduku is part of the contingent. Operations manager your premier friend Christopher Damenya is part of the contingent. Let's not forget Chairman Solomon Fosuware Nyameya Adomwa on Chairman Beba Thursday. That is the map pick is a chairman. It's way to Air Maroc straight flight to Morocco on Thursday. Then you come and be with the team throughout the Thursday final training or pitch and so. Then Friday game in Abaso. I'm yet to confirm whether right after the game Asante Kotoko be free, but Matic said that is the arrangement. On the Blasters ball Central African Republic we and they move straight to the airport and check it out on mobile Ghana. Nenya Santi any be say born and just 7. Morocco ne Ghana time ye pay. At this time, Morocco ne Ghana in time ye pay. So if it's 7 o'clock Morocco time, that means it's 7 o'clock Ghana time. And Ebana Sana Kotoko born and Naya, the players will probably shower. That is what I'm picking. I'm here to confirm. I'm here to confirm say Sapepe Penebeye. And we will confirm it when we land. Say Kotoko for no right after the game next or move free hotel. The kind of saying I'm going to call stadium And I heard Krana, the pictures of one of the members will go to the airport and do the check-in for the team. And say check-in on bags on the back between bags in check-in. Then Omubo ya Oma shower no back. And I'm here to confirm that. But Blasters for now on numerous occasions, on board we are the numerous no maba. Then they come back to Ghana. So everyone has a sana Kotkobaya because it's quite expensive and yet better. North Africa, Europe are going to the board as compared to Nigeria. Also, Nigeria, the advantage was that Sena Ocheke Ghana cities, the strength of the Ghanaian city to that of Nigerian, Nara Ewo because you know call enemy who say Ghana Sikano like Otobu or Nigeria now convertible cities are it looks a bit affordable. So you can manage your way in Nigeria, but also in Morocco looks like it's a bit expensive kakra, so you have to cut your coat. Mamenya settings kakra. You have to cut your coat according to your strength. You heard him say Asante Koroko ebeye no ho. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lovely experience on the OBED network. Inside Kotoko and the OBED network. It's going to be a lovely experience. Mr. Lawyer Safudu could just say the team. So, but I don't think it's about the playing body and the management, the fans, to discuss the future of the club. How long you keep players building the team for the future. The quite team could say building the team for the future and having a consistent Asante Kotoko setup. After watching the Kotoko team that played against WAC, Asemba will be kind. Say, imagine if Kotoko Kwame Poku Mukwala and our Betamu account. Just imagine. That was a comment to be making. So, say, you share the last 5 years, and I stretch the last 6 years. What we realize that Asante Kotoko players, Nyamiantum, you would notice that Asante Kotoko enya some level of quality players. Just that Ebiko, not for Frona Banaba be seen a name. So imagine Patrick Esidu and Imoru, our left back for Koto. Just imagine. Look at our goalkeeping at the point. Razaka Beloa, Felix Sanan, Danlad, Frederick Kasari Beba, Omunina Beko. Tina say we no so bad, I no so bad beginning. Imagine a midfield where Kotoko still had someone like Mudasiru, has someone like Agadas, Fabio Gama, Richmond Lamtemo, being complemented by Dabo, Jeumo. You can imagine. Imagine Mukwala, Albertamwa. Never Kotoko anymore. Supported by Kwame Poku Peter Alpha. So I understand the consistency bit. But also at this point, Samba O'Neil, the contract Onya extended. At this point, but Konya extending Mohamed Kamara a contract. These are also conversations. These are also conversations that comes into the picture when you talk about seeing Kipu team in the check. Because also Kipu team on check player no bobo will be the dollars beba. And my said Monaca and now on a some party to just say one thing I had Ghana Premier League teams in the agents, no, and that's true. An agent, they say no, and yet FIFA agent as some more. Even there are ordinary football fans who are now agents. Yes, diaspora digest the Abase Mbella. They be Mbella Mukwala Abetamo Kwame Poku. If these were the striking options for Asante Kotoko, just imagine. Come you see about what can keep it. But last time I near why didn't come with studio concerning the WAC team. Now come on as a WAC. They have about 8 players on my ball between 4 to 3 years for them. But Asante Kotoko players the same. Kamara second season, Lord Amo second season, Patrick Esidu second season, Ablo second season, Samba second season. Ansu na any third season. Kotoko team na down will be about 5 years at this time. So the consistency conversation I think I get you. I think I get you guys. well, the consistency conversation. Can it happen? It comes back to money. It's Kasem and a better say whether you beat me whether we can have that consistent Asante Kotoko team that we've all been praying for. But what I say, thank you. So we have a way to go. We have a long way to go when it comes to Jumedi. It brings back the conversation of Fabu census. I'm sure you are aware of Fabu census, where we keep on talking about it. Say, if Asante Kotoko team can get to a stage where it will be financially endowed, strong enough, say we can keep players for a long time, and we can also buy players for a long time. Fabu census is in the way. There's no other way again apart from the Fabu census, because if you want to make money, Ghana high Antonio, a Kaiser cheese voucher, which they gave it to us when we went to South Africa. What's going to and this one, almost every shop, it was 99 refi. I think I have to. Mbisa Komiane Asaribuedwa, they kept figures. All the major shops in South Africa where omoton quality goods. Na Kaiser Chiefs in Tadi and Ghanaian teams are not making much from merchandising. They make free merchandising. That is one bit of it. Into a Fabu census now, the only conversation becomes Fabu census, Fabu census, Fabu census. Fans contributing to the Fabu census to help the club make money. And we are all praying for consistency. So the last time we were discussing the budget, how huge and financially endowed are work for now. We all realize that and it depends on when it comes to discussing. We all realize that we all agree to that. But we can get there. How do we get there? Fabu census. Trust me, Fabu census. Sponsorship in Ghana, you walk straight to every company and they don't think about Ghana Premier League teams as an avenue for them to make money if they sponsor them. That is the truth. Only companies being command. In fact, Ghana Premier League in Ka, maybe on the Musika for sure, Beneska. And come on, say a idea no more. So we cannot raise money through sponsorship. And if the fans don't contribute, forget it. And you see, I encounter somebody in me. Encounter upload in me. We can wake up one day and through this same qualifiers, Ablo and Samba can put up exceptional performance. And you need to buy a house. Now, Obi Ba perform. Somebody is coming to pick them. And Obi Ba is saying $5,000. Just convert $5,000 to Ghana cedis. And I'll convert it. Ghana cedis. Right now, it's $1 and import at 10.5. What do you find the 10 cedis? That is 50,000 Ghana cedis. And Asante Kotoko pay these players 50,000 Ghana cedis. So it means they will go. It goes a lamte no ko. Bon Frederick Asari no ko. And when you speak to some of these players, and yes, Kana, and can you just swap Munya or Ghana, and if fans of Munya, you won't get it will be me. Munya will be me. But Tikani, you know, has said 1 year in South Africa, 1 year in Morocco, 1 year in wherever. How life will change for them. Bones were Chakotokonabo. No, I could 2 years. Bones said 2 years in January. Bobby Bano, if you be a new sea, the shop will be a new be, the care be a know them. And owns a life as a salmon. And that is what life is about. Making money and be able to take care of yourself and your family. Indeed, like I said, we have a long way to go. And we are hoping that a bit could pull a surprise in Morocco. But even if we don't pull a surprise in Morocco, The American Nani said, okay, gate B40. The American Nani said, then you have to find way of financially helping the club to stay stable so that at the end of the day they don't break down. Now, anyone panic in also at the amount so it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, Minya. Why here players here do come Morocco? If you beat me up, Bonnie, you Morocco hop. You ever banner a Mwabe Ediama because born as Samba Ball against work. His leadership, his fighting spirit, and his determination. That born on Kasamba the Tonet and or Trudy you. I'm why she yanka. Young come on a bed, the Amahe. Yes, lawyers are food to just so Samba say he would want to play for Kotoko for a long time, but I don't know the account. And my cousin some ways, tia. Oh, na me dem Juan mebo. Baby do baby no. They say October. Probably next week and October is coming to an end. Now become November, December. Now November, December, what that means is that in January, I count 6 months. December 6 months in January. So say I had next month. Then to me, Samba sign yeah. Then I count 6 months in January. Meaning I say dollars now you call South Africa. You call say clubs need Ediama players. Forget it. We can't do that in Ghana. I say we can't do that in Ghana. The amount of money they are paying, they are paying them in dollars. $5,000 is to every more. How much is Samba receiving? Do we have the ability to double Samba's salary? I think commercialization of the club, raising money, should be the next big conversation. Obviously, Kotoko must do their best to get their own stadium. I don't think so. Stadium, come on over here. But there must be a solid, they will get to a time. Though, what forms only youth team players. But one here, though you think they are youth team players, but our youth team players, they will grow. When you have a selling club, and when a selling club becomes difficult for you to maintain your consistency and compete with clubs that are maintaining their players. Think come on their doors. It's not saying I we have a lot of conversations. I can say my Danish streamer. It is streaming in Beba more because you come with DNA come. Me go check in. Then I'm on my flight at 12 o'clock. So as I'm going to check in, now it's a bit me up to book Casablanca. Now the academy is me out to us. So we're hoping for the best, we're wishing for the best, and hoping that things will get better for all of us. But there should be other key conversations. I'm going to repeat that. I see I'm coming. This is Sakra. Some commonly be braces. Commonly be brassembwa. Commonly be brassembwa. You may say, league. Because now, if Cotton to go to Africa again, they need to win the league. They must win the league or win the FA Cup. And you won't say, for that consistency bit, no. After years, I'm a league no. Send a coin beer to your bedroom. Send a coin beer to your bedroom. That is what you are going to do. We be scared so that we can win the league. After the league goes on command by Second Copa Africa. Inti young two scum African here experienced players. So it becomes a cycle. But we must pause at some time and build. I am so but I am a Pampa West fine. Sometimes when you have access to Penifo and there are certain conversations you can have with them. Sometimes I don't see the need for that. Like I said, this is the plan. That this is the plan. Why then do you have to come back and make it look like? Come back and make it look like and some kind of food. I don't see the need for that. I didn't go from the airport no soon. So I have a ban. I have to Kadia and I said, "Let me until 1 hour airport back." So yeah, that is it. Hopefully, we can come back to these conversations. One good thing is the youth team. At a point, you know, say, "A PR bisa." Youth team na yomi any PR bon say pressure back to the team no so na youth team no o ma any PR bon say so ko youth team the moment attention but looks like this youth team they mean business because akwesi no kusi no recently Asante region omo na on the coach omo omkoji KGL or KGB tournament no ono na on the lead your mom coach as I'm called a youth team coach now oka year we hono oka Hamza hono and so share comments if free boys no call United or Bayana looks like Oko for penny for they are pleased with them Oko penny for are pleased because almost every time because Kobo is next started Avoka started Ibua Isaka Abdul and also started Luis Asante and Godfred Kudiana and started but according to me information Oko for no matured players for Omechiri home Indiana has affected Isaka Abdul and the other guy, Luis Asante. Luis Asante is also a midfielder. Emo Munye Bimboy. Fatau Sedu is also doing well. And that is it. James Uzo say Turkey Airport is the biggest in the world. Talia Howard Odomasa. Ediani amekoto ya convert back Ghana Cedisa. Niye machine no. Media grammar na antiama ni nyina atwe. Maybe be my mindi. Baby, my very fast. That's just by the way. So the youth team looks good, but attention need to go to Adekwejachi. That's our attention to Adekwejachi. Now say Pirates, Orlando Pirates, almost facility. My goodness. My goodness. Easy. Pirate for facility, easy. We need to come back to the basis. And now I did a story on Coach Karim Zito. And then someone called forecast who Ebe Pamuzito, where I was telling them, say, "Min chief you interesa. Zito is staying." I said, "Come on, I am more of coaching. But for 1 2 year Pamu coach, 1 2 year Pamu players. Let's pause on those things, kaka. Me say work for. And you'll be say, let me say, gadget on the better bench. Na womu use ebrom ne kotoko we measure what gadgets now. But they were getting statistics of how the team is playing, and that influences the direction of the coach, and that was influencing how the coach was strategizing or shifting or running his team. What I said, B14, how the coach was directing and running his team. gadget saying a Coach Karim Zito, after beating Babiani Gold Stars, granted an interview with Asempa FM. Eddie Tuda said he wants his team. He need a video analyst or a video analyst that can team on. That's what Coach Karim Zito can. Me NBC was a video analyst no about now on my. Zito so a video analyst. About now on my. Then young for a kind of dietitian. Mranti and a DDM. Ebi wo ha na ebi ni ho. Kotko bebo work. Asema no bi eka. Kotko here psychologist. Kotko here psychologist. A simple question, psychologist no by an hour ama. Kotko players need injuries. The level of injuries ever. Something we must look at. And we need to focus on the basis. Maybe I'm a background, maybe I'm in common sakaka. We need to focus on the basis. Where you can fix certain things. They now penny discuss it ASEC. And I say ASEC realize that the cycle of buy players, invest in top players, so that every day you can remain yourself at the top. It was not working for them. So the first thing they did was they invested hugely into infrastructure. And because ASEC had a past history of having players and selling them and making money, they decided to visit that. Okay, so this is the museum. Hey, nice. They decided to visit that. And they say ASEC Academy, recruiting, selling best players so that they can make money. And here one. I'm free honor. If you can't and my infrastructure here. I in here. So honestly, once in a while, we have West Africa. Timo Utimurem a challenging north for the Kakra on consistent basis. Or either the conflict ball or ball. It's never a problem in Ghana. But the problem is we don't have the ability to keep them we don't have the ability to keep them B14. No, BME. So that means me checking time and so. Casablanca. You don't speak English. Oh, okay. Tell my cool school class in French, no, say any here power. Yes, you're French, no. Yeah, bro. And you'll be a table of what? As a bear shepherd. Mammy Pebble being fancy me and twine common. I hope I'm at the right place. I hope I'm at the right place. So, yeah. I'll checking B14, but the bar will be anyhow. So, there's a lot that we need to do. Yeah. Nti yaba. Eri nyambe. Tim so for abu sense of law. Yamani free. Yamani movie from. It was a brilliant policy. And I think that's the way around. If Asante Kotoko can make 1 million Ghana cedis, or even let's say 300,000 Ghana cedis every month from the supporters. Ebema club need baby. And two say 300,000 Ghana cedis every month. Na moya de na ye ninja on ya catch them say hey, adia moye munjai. And yes sir, supporters yin trie be one. I'm sure Penny they will stand out and they will be they will be careful. They won't repeat that mistake again. Sana community. But si anye bibia sa na dada Matthew na dia beko abase ya ebeko ni aba and let's look at something. We should Ghana Premier League now for the past 4 seasons. It is a Ghanaian team called Africa back to back. Intense. Don't say, oh, yema we mun kono mkope experience. But Obako Africa na baba na obotum skasa. Then I'm so bottom skasa ntino. Untimi nsa anko the next African and untimi perform well in the league. You can't perform well in the league. So because you can't perform well in the league, you can't go back to Africa. Because the players now compare experience more. Much to do about nothing. Inclusive. But what I say, inclusive. Na I am some basasa. Then we just discuss it and we move on to the next conversation. Think I could talk is Nanka, you do well again in the local league. You do well again in the local league. Win the local league, then you maintain the place for the next Africa. They no be cancer. The men want to say about Champions League or the Europa League, not Madrid in it. The Champions League, Europa League, there's no Real Madrid in it. So when Madrid start a project, because consistently they'll be participating in Europe. It's a team in the economy started for free. I'm going 3 years. 3 years time, now players now about 3 different Champions League competition for them to have enough experience. For them to have enough experience and start delivering. The Lord Amo Patrokesido Abetamua. What is even the guarantees and next season they will still be here for them to participate in Africa for Koto? But what? For them to participate in Africa for Koto. T. You manason. Manason pa bani the better actually. Ya heading ya mebe. So, one fan pa bon team let's wish them all the best. Even if we are not going to qualify, should it get to that stage, we should leave on. We will leave with a respectable scoreline. One that will not disgrace us and Tukoroko. One that will not make it difficult for sponsors to even move away because what the African are convinces sponsors some African on buy no 1-2 matches. Well lose when to qualify my coffee. Then it just said the following year any part of signing 1 year contract. What shows that they are going to extend their contract after 1 year and a half. That's what I say. What shows that they are going to extend their contract after the 1 year is up. So it is what it is. Cheap way. If I'm being honest and I'm explaining things to you, be sure. Details and motives. I'm sure. Papa Nepa. After Kotokolusu, if I'm to tell you the number of people, maybe I'm nominating Komoso, so but you also they're going to help you go. But Kotokolusu is I'm paying for as Charlie and Fanti, but we have already paid for the ticket. There's any panic can't Tibuma pay ways of going because into my ticket nation. That's important. So it affects all of us. It's a good question. 3-0, 4-0. If you can scare Shema Hononka, 21 euros, so 11. So let's see how things go. Friday 7 p.m. at the Mohammed V Sports Stadium. Now they make assembly on infrastructure where the conversation was very simple. So we share Morocco, Ebra, Sudan, Ebra, Niger, no intimimbo whom AFCON qualified. Ebra, Central African Republic, intimimbo whom AFCON qualified. Sudan, Morocco was the place at Omomo Stadium, away from Omomo main stadium, Omomo Bobo. They have others that they gave it to them for them to play their matches. That's how it is. Almost stadium according to the records, South Africa was 13 approved CAF standard stadium. 13. Morocco was 10 approved CAF standard stadium. 10. Ghana or 1. But World Cup here, you be qualified, and I qualify here. You realize that Sika FIFA the be my hand. Young gentleman who say, young Fabian tour, young fan fixes our stadiums, they end by a tree. But chess can in Eddie. The Riani Asaba Betanasi square 1. And then Ghana is just a Accra Sports Stadium disqualification from playing the home matches away. Because you so bad, you want to bring back the Babaya conversation. No. There was no guarantee that Kotkobo Babaya and Kobeshe. But I can guarantee that Kotkobo Babaya company Fubutumbedu for the trip against Wako Morocco. Because Kanipa Beba, I'm a man is Kayi. Will be in Kamwaso. Sabram no Kase. There's nothing going on at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Nothing. They are doing absolutely nothing at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Sefiada, the Tiana could go qualifier. Calf Beba Ghana by being special. The Messaka could go some Bobo at Sports Stadium. Because in their mind, they assume that Kotko can't beat work. To Omonia, go to the Barbara Sports Stadium and find out then on my head so that Seneca for Basso Bay is special. Because the only time they will be serious is when it's the Blasters. Enti Ebra Dreams FC. Na Omobo Africa. Na Accra Sports Stadium asemo. Na problem wa Accra. So Dreams Bebo Kumasi. Kumasi say any as I go back to Accra, sebe. You who say Yentina, Yenny Kumasi Accra, to some extent even Tamale. Standard that when say you rotate to her and buy it. But World Cup I am telling you, say people have started targeting on how they are going to use the money, and none of it involves. Mami got another. Okay. You see, but none of it. A bien who imagine I almost said, nah, Sikani Benyan Yemfebinko Stadium be and come my dream. Any more plans 1 second. Any more plans be a move. Miss Audio Tiabo. It's a World Cup Sikan. Mama plan to come before some year do World Cup Sikan. Yemfebinko you on an area almost on a area almost a day. But my yearning now plan fickle neat. I'm going to go to a buying penny for any mamma approve. Stadium in number board here. I'm telling you, sir, and full beyond. So, dear grow, Massa, dear grow, papa. And a Yamabay, son, and the bend before Krumasa. Being Yamabay and Sa, Yamembre, Yambe. That is what we are going to rely on. And that's what we are going to use in most of our jobs. Because we are clearly not serious. Clearly we are not serious. The game is dying, my brother. Me free Kumasi kwa Accra. I spoke with one ex-footballer of Asante Kodoko who happened to play in Morocco. I wanted to find out. I said, OBED. Penny be only Mubiaga says OBED or no. Ushiana, all that he wants is information. I always want to know more. And he was telling Zamasa, we were discussing the possibility of Kotoko qualifying. And no crown on OBED can't me say the advanced team that came from WAC. No, we had 3 instead of 2. Nana may make them. They were 3. Well, the maker say 2 because now it was like a supposed Ghanaian on a baconam. One is on me 3 and a buy. 3 no more buy. They worked their way to certain people on say how they managed to know only God knows. Work their way to these people for help on how to beat Koto. Apart from data, from what I was told, Nipa 3 and a technical team member. When I need to go to Nipa and say, "Is a Koto Krane?" I say, "You are a technical team member, Baku Kwabuchi, and I got Kokobo on Kwa. One crown or goes on me 3 poses. Koto coach carried to Prince Usu Hams or Ben. Asa. Joba as the goalkeeper's trainer, and he must from Pong as the team manager. But for the Ghanaian standard, if we are to bring this conversation, because he boka. But what for? I'm team technical team member by and no and data more about that Kotoko players no. They sat down with certain people in Ghana to verify whether that data was true or not. Whether it was true or false. The data that they had about Betamon, they engaged people locally to find out whether that data is CUT. The Omenya about Albert. And this is money. It is car. Do we have that? We're going to have a long conversation on things. Those stars called by J7. We didn't treat it like a serious issue. Champions of Ghana played a team that was second. And they were beating 7-0 on aggregate. 7 on aggregate. Normal. A normal. Kurubiswa. A emergency. Kurubiswa and emergency. Or many bebre.
Normal.
I find out what happened in Tia. The champions are quite 7. What happened? I mean, champions are quite 7.
Türkiye'de şive yani normal.
Yani sağ.
Böyle çok değil ama.
Gusta be bien ifo na enyo masem no makonti am fine down. Let's just leave them to is their pain. Ade ase. Is their pain omona. Omona ni oma mfa mo enja omona mtomba bi.
Akşam Medina'nı.
Sani aya de na obi anka hwe bi na ne.
Niye?
Yɛde to a yɛde bɔ ɛbra yɛde hwɛ de nyame bɛyɛ nti menua deɛ ɔwɔ hɔ no obi ka na de aba ne yɛ nyina ake metia ma ɛtwa me flight wifi no so yɛ free
ekmek elden
de mu antimi de me stream ya
kalk spor yap.
Kasa binja ni meja ni mapem baby atena.
Böyle iyi.
So ati ase. Ni ape baby atena ni atena. hard thing. And it do be as a me a fee me at a brochure for us. More butcher to be Diana or more attacking because I get a lot of attacks. So I kind of get a lot of criticism from those outside. Where most of them, some even come to my DM personally and say, for platform the fire, monsieur, in the fire, but I'm starting to get them. Because you're to also say, if there is a prelims behind the prelims of the prelims, and I carve them in the prelims do a prelims nature. Or prelims nature, and I carve the start yam. Because what the league will produce, yeah, show 7. Did you know, Mamma bought a Champions League? Marco bought prelims, then bed your hand. And yet, but we are okay with it and we are laughing.
Casablanca, Bissau, Fas.
See, so Fabu Sensors, no man to no query. Lodo account in Nepia Makoto. House for crowd, phobia for life or something.
Turkish.
Phobia for life or
Bissau, Fas.
As I in a boom now, I'm for Twitter. Then we can hold the clubs accountable. If you are maybe checking, I'm going to check. We can hold the clubs accountable because they are catch. We are far behind.
Uyuyacaksan uyu.
We are far behind. To the end of no. And Chebaba Ghana. We say that Sunday near Ghana. No Wednesday, I made them Sunday near Ghana. Never. The Bani and the Mabashia Buna. They didn't go. Well, just as I Ghana do. I mean, Ghana is a nice place. Not in terms of beauty, but in terms of you being free in life. As a friend show, so Danny say good morning, so but Danny good morning. Menina na, menina die, jama menda hayo. Then I left Ghana around 8 o'clock.
Casablanca'da bir 6-7 saat kalacağız.
Menai.
7 saat.
We do that pressure with more into them and 9. But then I'm ha. See.
Tamam, orada bir yanlış anlama.
This was when our brothers were leaving. Watching live from Daniel.
Bekleme, gelirken yok,
much,
gelirken 2
So this is when
saat.
the Kotko team no
2
more
saat
fuel.
après tayyare devam.
Patrick
Ama şimdi
Essiedu,
6-7
Albert
saat.
Samoa, Inusa Adams, Mohamed Kamara, Hubert Jau, Zakaria
Dışarı
Fuseni,
çıkıp
Francis
gezeceğim
Apa,
biraz, bakalım gezebiliyor
Albert
muyum?
Amoa, Koguset, Aziz Haruna Dari,
Ben.
Binyai Mosfem Ponti, Tekka team furnish a yellow.
Bilmez mi?
Okay.
Problem.
Benjamin Chu, Aqua, yeah, this is a Kotoko team. Samba Ablo, almost
Uzak mı?
I'm from your squad. Almost said one corner Mochele pa Samba Niablo. I'm your squad back one show one corner. I'm up at Chile Philip who Watson say good morning, sir. Good morning, Philip. I hope you're having a good day. I feel no man by gate 14. I went to. So yeah, this is the Kotoko team watching live from South Africa, Cape Town.
Casablanca'da bir gün 2 gün biraz
Thank you
gezeceğim.
very much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
2-3 gün
There'll be more
Fast
streams.
shoot,
Stream
shoot,
record as I
gezeceğim
get to
biraz.
it. So through Morocco, Kuman, you'll be streaming more. I'm much
gezeyim
me who
bakayım
send
ne
you
var
on
ne yok.
I'm a bomb jacket. I think we need to talk about the Kotoko branding for some time now. It seems to be on point,
Tercüman
Kakra.
lazım bana.
The Kotoko branding seems to be on point, Kakra. As an answer, Kotoko branding, no,
Sen orada
let me
olacaksın mı ya o
project
zaman?
let me project the video again. This is decent. We hear Brana Asantuko ko team no mo kwa kobo against WAC
Orada
Accra
olursa
Sports
olur,
Stadium.
sıkıntı yok.
Who send in them ranting obi agye ne THB shoe. Now obi agye ne socks kama. Obi agye ne obi address na. It was neat. That is on the way to play WAC or Ghana. That was decent. See, I think branding they are doing their best. Though improvement is a must. Phillips, I've been a member of your channel for 2 years now. Thank you very much. I'm crying. So we suit him say neatly dressed. Obi anko share atade o pe bi nfa nko fra atade bi ma bi be ye bia. Omo nyina they are in nice dresser, well dressed. It's ama asebna kama. Na ade na kama. So Kotoko break through to the next stage. I had a dream about it, Danny. So you're watching you live from Italy. Danny, you're born pie on pie and baby. Okay. Go to gate so. Much go to gate, but the gate is not even open. So that is it. The qualification if you qualify, it will be very, very nice. Hoping we can qualify. And you know, you hope to see a bit me. A bit me, I'll qualify now. The Kenyan at me at was so free. Now I'm a Juma net me I come out. Because we heard Juma as I took a cheetah for boy. A brass and took a cocobo waka. Nanya Juma Ketua. But supporters here Juma Pa when the team played against WAC. Her supporters we mean Eco PMO a year. Fabas free Kumasi kwa Accra na. Say Accra Road in the Jinyamiu. Of course, far Accra Road no so koba. Kumasi Accra koba de anezi nyame di ho afro free nyame agyew. E kwan nyewu. E wu pa. You won't understand what I'm saying if you don't normally use the Accra Kumasi road. And Ram say me ba me sunu gujemu like it's so bad to the extent that we've gotten to a stage where drivers need to drive on the pavement, a place that is designed for people to walk. I say, baby, a design say nipa 19 no. A honing to 2 year. The nipa 19 to 2 from as compared to car. The car now they drive on. Now they are driving on the pavement. The pavement now is the safest place. To both a kind the Hokakra Kana, if free Kumasi, Accra on pavement in all right. Can if free Accra, ever see a Kumasi and pavement in our left on the so. And no major main road in the damn things inside. Main road no major out of was main road winning. The way basifa are boom. But I'm gonna be mama or tire payama or can the way best summer salt to Apoton. The way best summer salt to Apoton. Yamen Kwan in him. Yamen Kwan in him, Tino. You have no other choice than send here. Ube use pavement and Adia Drive. That is Accra Kumasi road for you. How bad it is. A chita for na mofa Kumasi Accra road you suko PMO Accra co support to team my idea. And I think the best thing the players can do. The best thing the players can do is say, I'm a respectable scoreline against work. Now it's me actually up, net me. I'm a Musumani Aje. Then you're making me a queen. So, Casatin to and Toponko. Bijamo. Now, as a Ghana time is 7:51 Ghana time. We're heading towards 8 o'clock Ghana time. Okay. So hopefully in the next 3 hours, I said, Asante Kodoko Morocco. In the next 3 hours. Na Omukomu Hotel. I don't know whether they will train today. Maybe a bit shake up being on the quay. Near Hessen and Yama Suba Kosu. Maybe be I come. So whether Munyamas Moa share live in there will be us. We're going to see more of each other on this trip to Casablanca to play a work of inside Kotoko. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.